Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 3 of Ask Me Anything. So we had a decent amount of questions from episode 2, so make sure to don't check it out. Just ask away. Ask questions in this one. So let me go ahead and answer all of your questions that you asked in episode 2. So don't forget at the end of this one, if you have any questions, just write them in the comments and I'll answer the questions. Okay, so let's start with Peyton Yan. Now, Peyton asked quite a few questions, and they're fairly short, but we'll kind of go through them all. So his first question is, can you do more Lego City sets in the future? Yeah, I planned on it. I think I actually answered that in episode 2, but just to answer your question, yes, I am going to do more Lego City sets. Probably all of the 2015 sets that I can get a hold of. I'm not going to guarantee it's going to be all of them, but it's going to be a lot of them. Do you like Lego City sets? That's Peyton's second question. I like some of them. I feel the stuff that I like, probably my number one thing that I like is Technic. So there's not even any minifigures in Technic sets. But as far as the Lego City sets, they're good. I like them. I like the fact that they are real world, they are playable because, they make, stuff you can actually see in the real world, like trucks, planes, cars, airplanes, vehicles, trains, all the buildings, banks, police stations, fire stations, airports. All that stuff is real, so it's good. It's definitely not my probably not my top 4 or 5 themes of Lego, but it's okay. Peyton asks, what is the easiest Technic sets to build you have got so far? It's definitely those little bitty sets, the ones that come in the little bitty boxes. I don't even think I have any put together right now. Those are pretty easy. Just those little ones, there's minimal amount of gears in them. Sometimes there's only like 1 or 2 gears. They're definitely entry-level Technic sets. So I would say anything less than 100 pieces, which every year they usually come out with a couple sets at the beginning of the year, kind of the first wave of Technic sets that are in that about 80 to 110 piece set range. Those are definitely the easiest ones to do. Okay, Peyton asks, how many sets do you got? How many sets do I got? Well, let me go to brick set. My brick set is pretty current. I own a lot of sets. I own 436 different sets. That's a lot of sets. Now, I've been collecting sets for going on 5 years now. So kind of when I came out of my dark ages, I started mostly buying Technic stuff, but then I got into a little bit of some of the different themed Lego sets, and I think what's deceiving is that 436, they do count all the collectible minifigures as a unique set. So there's really not that many sets. If you take out all the collectible minifigures, it's significantly less, but it's probably still in the 300s. So it's a lot of sets. Okay, Peyton, what is your favorite Lego City sets? Peyton's stuck on the Lego City. My favorite Lego City sets are the little bitty vehicles that are about 200 piece sets. They seem to be the most well-designed sets. They're good price point. They're only about $20. They're about $20 to $30 depending on the size of them. And they're very realistic. I think they pull them off really well. And every year they seem to introduce new techniques, new parts, and it just makes them better and better. So I think they call them great little vehicles. They're about $20 vehicle sets. Those are my favorite Lego City sets. And last thing from Peyton, sorry about the unmake sense questions and misspelled words. Actually, that's not even a question. And actually, that was the most unmake sense comment and or question. Anyway, thanks for the questions, Peyton. I hope that helps answer what you were asking about. Andrew Byer, he's the next one. Can you do more Ninjago sets? And when they come out, can you do live builds of the 2015 Ninjago sets? Yes, I do have quite a few of those on my wish list that I want to get. Don't know if I'm gonna get all of them. I'm kind of hit or miss on the Ninjago. When it first kind of came out, I loved it, but then it's kind of wearing off a little bit on me, and I don't know why. I think I'm just kind of getting a little bit over the whole ninja theme. But every time I see the new sets, I'm like, wow, that's a cool set. So I do like the Ninjago sets, and I am gonna do quite a few of the 2015s, and of course you'll see builds and probably some reviews and stuff like that. So yes, Andrew, there will be 2015 Ninjago. Maniac for Bricks, when you build Technic sets, can you piece them together easily? For the most part, I think I can. There's a lot of techniques that I've seen from building so many of them that I'm kind of used to, but the instructions can be a little confusing because they always tell you to flip the model or twist it or turn it the wrong way, and if you miss that, because it's just a little bitty box they put in the corner, if you miss that, it'll kind of mess you up pretty bad. And I've actually done that. I've done it on video where I had to like stop the video and completely disassemble some stuff and then restart the video. So that's the hardest part of Technic is making sure you orient it right, because there's the way you build it from the inside out. There's really no way to really differentiate the front, top, bottom, back, anything. It just all looks kind of the same. But like I said, the more and more you do it, you kind of understand what's going on. You can kind of see like 3 or 4 steps ahead, and it becomes easier. But it can be hard to put together. But I think, to answer your question, for me, it's not that bad. But you still have to pay attention. It's definitely the most thinking that you have to do in a set. You really have to just pay attention and be aware of everything that's going on. Caitlin Flieger, my question is, when are you getting the Heartland Shopping Mall? I think it's Heart Lake Shopping Mall. Either way, the Lego Friends Shopping Mall, it's ordered. I answered this question in episode 2. Said I am getting it soon. Well, it is on its way here. I did order it. I used some VIP points. Got it pretty cheap. It was about half off with some sales and VIP points. So you'll see it soon. I'm hoping before the end of the year. I have a few more stuff that I've got planned coming up before Christmas, but it'll probably be around Christmas time to New Year's time. Somewhere in there you will see the Heart Lake Shopping Mall videos. So not much longer. Not much longer. And Kaylin, you're not the only one that's asking. I've gotten a ton of people requesting the shopping mall. So Lego Friends Shopping Mall is coming soon. Esh Daddy 1. What's up, Esh Daddy? Can you do some live builds of modular buildings? I may do some modular builds. The problem was they're so big. They take so long. They're probably easy 5 to 6 hours of building, you know, if you just kind of take your time and, you know, kind of just do it right. That's a lot of filming. It's a lot of video. And usually on these longer builds, I'll actually break them up into separate parts. So there'll be like part 1, part 2, part 3. I could do it. I mean, if I get more requests for it, I may do it. I just don't know. Maybe. My answer is maybe. I might do it. I need a little bit more convincing. If I know people are going to watch them, I don't want to waste time making all these videos if no one's really going to watch them. So if you're going to watch them, let me know and I'll do some modular builds, because I only have 2 modular buildings built. I have the Town Hall and the Palace Cinema. You can see the Palace Cinema right back there. Town Hall's in a different room, but I have all of them in boxes. All of them that have been released. Well, the exception of the first 2, the Greengrocer and whatever the other second one was. I don't have those 2, but ever since then I have them all. If you're gonna watch them, I have a lot of them to build. So you know, once I get the detective's office, you know, the Parisian restaurant, the Mercantile building, the fire brigade, the pet shop. I have all of those. You guys want to watch them? I have to find time to build them too. I mean, that's the other problem. It's like, when do I have time? Fluffy Hub, you're the next one up. Double question. What got you into Lego and what got you into Technic? What got me into Lego was I was a kid and my parents bought me Lego when I was a kid and I loved it. I loved building things. So maybe my parents got me into Lego. But I think really what you're asking is, I'm an adult, and why is an adult playing with Lego? Why I'm such a huge fan of it. I have kids. I have 3 boys, and our oldest son, when he was about 8 years old, turning 8 around there, I thought it was a good time to get him into Lego, and I had been pretty much in my dark ages from about age 12 all the way up to, I guess that would have been my early 30s. So that was a long period of dark ages. Well, when I was shopping for him some Lego sets, I just kind of let him browse the toy aisle with all the Legos on it, and I saw Lego Technic sets, and I don't remember, there were Technic when I was younger. It was the 80s, kind of late 80s, when I was a kid and playing with Lego pretty frequently. So I don't remember back then ever seeing Lego Technic sets, but I know they were out. They've been out since the 70s. So I thought they were the coolest thing ever. And so I bought my son a few sets, and I bought me one Lego Technic set. So that is more or less what brought me out of the dark ages, and that was in 2010. Let me pull the one. I actually still have it built. It's right over here. This is the set that brought me out of my dark ages. It is the mini backhoe. So you can see it's got a few functions right here in the back. So when I came out of my dark ages, the only thing I fell in love with was the Technic sets. I got a lot of Technic sets, and I was buying my son just regular sets. And then we had smaller kids too, younger than the oldest, and they were about 3 or 4 years old. You've seen some of them now. I mean, they're not 3 and 4 years old now. They're pretty big. They liked the little bricks. And I was able to build these because Technic sets are so sturdy that they could play with them. So I would build sets and they would play with them. And I mean, you could just see I'm just kind of flopping this around. It's not even breaking. But then I started buying some regular Lego system sets. And I got into the World Racers, I think. That was one theme that was kind of out, but it was kind of phasing out whenever I got back into Lego. And Atlantis theme, the Prince of Persia theme. There's a lot of different themes, and obviously so the Star Wars stuff has been around for a while. So I started buying kind of a mixture of a little bit of everything. It just kind of snowballed from there, and I actually buy a lot more regular Lego now than I do Technic, but it's still kind of my first love. I just love, you know, the complexity and the functions of Technic models. So that kind of answers both of your questions. One more question. Antonio Molina. What do you think about Lego Minifigure Series 12? And what's your favorite minifigure in Series 12? Antonio, check out my other videos. I did a whole video where I talked about all of the Lego Collectible Minifigure Series 12. And I did my top 5 as well as my number 1 minifigure that I personally like from Series 12. So thank you for the question, Antonio. That's a great segue to say check out all of my other videos. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss whenever I do all these other videos. Don't forget, put a question down below. Ask me anything. I will answer your question, and we'll do it next Sunday. Let's see, we're getting close to holidays here. Actually, you know what? It may not be next Sunday because I am going to be out of town on a little mini vacation, but I may do some sort of, video log from where I'm at. And I'm not going to tell you where I'm at, but it's a cool place. If you've ever been there, really, really cool place. Guess where it's at? Put it in a comment. Guess where I'm going to be at next Sunday. And yeah, you'll get a thumbs up. I'll give you a shout out on my channel. So anyway, ask me anything. I'll answer your question whenever episode 4 will be out. But this is it for episode 3. Thanks again, and we will see you next time.